and welcome to Mama Belle's home. Today we are meal prepping because it is meal prep Monday, or meal prep whatever day that it is that you're watching this. But specifically I meal prep for Monday the week because that's what's easiest for me. I am a busy homeschooling mama of 7 and I meal prep my husband's breakfast and lunches and my lunches because I am currently on my postpartum weight loss journey. So usually my breakfast consists of like a protein shake or something like that after my workout and my coffee. And then I won't eat until like lunch. So I need to get my husband's breakfast ready. This week we are doing a spin on biscuits and gravy. He like bulks and stuff like that. So he has a very heavy protein breakfast, and then we just tuck him away in the deep freezer for the week, and then he just grabs them on his way to work and heats them up when he's ready to eat. And then it has gotten really warm pretty quickly here in North Idaho. I don't know if it's warmer where you guys are at, but we are so thankful, and the sun is out, and that means I am reaching more for like salads because they're just cool and easy and delicious and a great way to help you lose weight. And I'm currently obsessed with like a chicken apple Fuji type salad, and I kind of got like this mix idea from like Panera Bread's Fuji apple salad. So, and I'll also be making my like own spin on that dressing. If you're interested in these recipes, let's go ahead and get started. Because the chicken for the salads is going to take the longest to cook, I'm going to go ahead and prep that and get it into the oven before I start on everything else. This is also dinner time for us. As you can see, baby boy's hanging out with me because he's extra fussy because he's waiting for food. So I'm going to also be cooking dinner alongside the meal prep. It just makes it a lot easier. Plus, I'm already in the kitchen, so you better make the most of it, right? Now, I am using the Dano seasoning that I picked up from Costco. I've been loving it. It smells so fresh and great. I'm like, it's literally my go-to reach for seasoning right now. And then I'm going to go ahead and take it up a notch a little bit with a garlic and herb flavored oil that I picked up locally. It's just an olive oil. You can use just regular olive oil, but I feel like it just adds some of the moisture, like it keeps the chicken moist and doesn't get it dried out. Plus I'm using chicken thighs, which tend to be more moist and tender than a chicken breast. What I am making for dinner. It's a super easy and delicious, effortless meal option. My husband's favorite. It's just bean and cheese burritos with a little bit of a spin. Because we are making some biscuit and gravy breakfast bowls, we're going to need to go ahead and brown up the ground breakfast sausage. As I'm cooking this, I'm also prepping the burritos. I just want to say, if you struggle with breaking up your ground meat, like with a spatula, then this little star helps so much and it makes it so easy. I'll leave the link to it in the comments if you want to go ahead and check it out. I'm going to be making the gravy from scratch, and so it's just butter and flour. I can leave it in the description down below, but it's just a simple roux, and then I'm going to add some milk and seasonings to make like a country gravy. Lots of pepper because my husband is obsessed with pepper. Because my husband does work out and he likes to bulk, I make him protein heavy meals, and that's no different for these breakfast bowls. So I'm going to be adding some scrambled eggs to it just to like bulk it up a little bit, add some extra protein. And yes, I'm adding the Dano seasoning to this too, and a little bit of salt. So this yummy Fuji apple dressing hack that I'm going to be sharing with you is super easy and super good. It's kind of like a knockoff for the Fuji apple Panera bread dressing. I've spent a lot of time reading the back of the ingredients on the store-bought dressings, trying to master my own and to stay away from some of those unnecessary additives. So what you're going to need is some red wine vinegar, some apple juice, olive oil, and I'm using a seasoning packet today to make it a little bit easier for tonight because I got a lot going on. But you can kind of just pick and choose your seasonings or just completely leave it out. It's not necessary. I just like to add a little bit of seasoning to my dressing, and then some honey mustard. And don't worry, I'm going to go ahead and put the recipe down in the description for you to follow along if you'd like. Because it is meal prep, I'm also putting some of the dressing in these little containers for my husband to take to work when he grabs a salad, and then I'll just use the main container when I make mine. Now, the key for me to make the most of my time and effort is to do everything alongside of each other. So right now I have biscuits in the oven with the chicken, eggs cooking on the stove, and I'm going to assemble these salads. In this green salad with chicken, I have a spring mix and a baby spinach mix, and I mix the two of them in a bowl. And because I love a good fruit and nut combo, I'm going to be adding some dried cranberries and pecan bits, and then topping it with crumbled up apple chips. I crumble up the apple chips because nobody likes a big chunk of apple. It's hard to chew and eat in one bite of salad to get a little bit of everything. So I like to crumble them up to make it a little bit easier. So because the chicken is still cooking, I'm going to go ahead and just set those salads off to the side and start assembling these breakfast biscuits and gravy sausage bowls. I'm going to go ahead and put the biscuits down first and then top it with the ground up breakfast sausage and some scrambled eggs, making sure to measure it out so that way we're getting like an even amount on all of them. And then because nobody loves a dry biscuit, we're going to go ahead and top that with the gravy on top, and then I'm just going to go ahead and put the lids on and stack it up to the side to wait for the freezer. done, don't you just love a good snapping click of a Tupperware moment? Because I sure do. It's so satisfying. Now, because nobody likes a big chunk of meat in their salad, or maybe you do, but I don't, I need to get these down to bite-sized pieces, so we're going to get to chopping. Now, I have no real rhyme or reason, I'm just kind of going different directions to make sure that I can get it down in small pieces, because when I have salad, I like to get a little bit of everything in a bite, you know what I mean? Maybe you are the same way, so I like to get these in nice small pieces so I can spread it out throughout the whole salad. Because we are meal prepping, we want to keep the chicken separate from the salad because you don't want soggy lettuce, right? So I'm putting the chicken into a Ziploc baggie, keeping it separate from the salad mixture, like the dry ingredients. Well, kind of, you know, you get what I'm saying. Dry ingredients, wet ingredients, blah, blah, blah. And then we're going to have a good little snap moment and then stack these up to go down into the fridge. Before I go put these meals into the freezer and the fridge, I'm going to go ahead and do some quick cleanup. My daughter is responsible for the dishes and stuff like that after dinner cleanup, but because I love her and I want to make sure that I'm blessing her and not leaving her with all my mess, I'm going to go ahead and get this all situated and cleaned up before we move on to the next thing. It looks like God has multiplied the food, so these biscuits and sausage could be saved for another meal prep day, or if you're like me, you'll serve them to your kids for the next morning breakfast. Thank you for joining me and cooking with me and getting me all set up and my husband set up for the week with our meal prep. I really enjoyed it. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It helps me and my channel out. If you guys are looking for some more recipes or meal prep videos, go ahead and check the playlist out here, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye!